Hey everybody, welcome back to Kings and Kaisers with Operation Tannenberg. It is the Ottoman Empire's turn, round 5, and this is a crazy looking turn, crazy looking game in this part of the world. But before I do this, I just got to cover one mistake on the British turn. Ironsides did not have a German infantry in Palau, which on Jinx's disposition video that was private, not in Jinx's normal video or whatever. There is a German infantry here in Palau that is in the starting setup. So if he wants to take this territory, he has to engage in combat. So he can. I've already let them know. I haven't heard back if he's still going to attack the territory. But if he does attack the territory, I'm just going to go ahead and roll that. So again, he can choose if he's going to attack the territory or not. Because if the German infantry gets a hit, then he has to lose an artillery. So he might not want to do that. But we'll see. Anyway, so if he decides to attack the territory instead of doing something else, he misses. And the German infantry fights back, also missing. Okay, so not a huge deal, but if he attacks that territory, it's simply contested. So, okay, yeah, let's do that. So there is a German infantry there. Nobody died, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, there you go. So, okay, the Germans are almost out of the Pacific now. They got 3 territories left. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Okay, proceeding onward to the Ottoman Empire. I have 1 tech token that I'm going to roll for before I go over my purchases. And I get a 2 and a 3, so nothing. No technological achievements. So I still have that tech token. And then purchase-wise, I'm going to buy a fighter for 6, and then 4 infantry for 12. And then for 11, I'm going to buy an artillery, a cavalry, and an infantry. Let me just think about that real quick. Maybe I'll change one thing. Maybe instead of the cavalry, I will buy an artillery instead. Yeah, if I can just get my hands on this. Yeah, you know what? Swap out that cavalry. So 2 artillery and an infantry for 11, 4 infantry for 12, a fighter for 6. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, so on with the show. This 1 infantry that I have in Somaliland, he's going to step up and help out the Germans in British East Africa. Since the Austrians are convoying it to Italy rather well, I'm going to take this dreadnought and go over to 31, leave that sea zone. I know they have improved sea mines, or they're going to get improved sea mines, so I might not want to come back in there, but, you know, I have aspiring Ottoman plans. I'm going to take 2 infantry from the transport that was in 32 and offload them into Cyprus, and then this dreadnought will convoy the British here in 31. The 2 cruisers in 34 will also come down there. And then have a bombardment there in Malta. Okay, let's see. I'm going to come back down here. Okay, so we have an interesting situation here. We're on the brink of the Russian Revolution. There's a kind of a, how do I describe this? Kind of a political situation in terms of the setup for the Russian Revolution if it occurs. So obviously we have to control 7 territories at the end of Russia's turn. If we contest Russian territories, they can't move out of those to attack territories they don't contest or that they don't contest if they're in contested territories, which means that the Russians have movement restrictions, you know, if their territories are contested. At the same time, territories that flip to the Soviets, if I say the Central Powers control a territory that is part of the Soviet setup, then the Central Powers have to vacate that territory to an adjacent friendly territory. If the territory is contested by like the whites, they still have to vacate that territory. So if I take my units from Volga and attack Tatarstan and capture Tatarstan, and then on the Russian Revolution turn after Russia's next Russian turn, after the combat phase, if the Central Powers control those territories immediately, then the setup immediately gets applied, so on and so forth. Which means this would be a white territory that I would not be able to retreat to because it would become inner Russia, and this would become outer Russia, or not, wouldn't become outer Russia, it would become part of the Soviet setup. And my point being is that if I control this territory, or I contest this territory, which I'm still going to, but if I control this territory, then any units in Tatarstan will be lost once the setup is applied, because I cannot retreat to a friendly, I cannot retreat or move rather to an adjacent friendly territory that is that will stay Central Power controlled, because this would be is contested, so it would go to the whites, right? So any units that are here are going to be lost if I try to capture this territory. However, I will still contest this territory, and I will still keep a unit there, and I will do the same in Volga, but Volga wouldn't go to the Soviets, but I don't have the odds to take that territory out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave an infantry in Volga, and I'm going to leave an infantry in Tatarstan, and I'm going to take 2 infantry paired with a machine gun and the artillery in Volga and attack. Oh wait, hold on a second. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, hold on a second. I got to revise this a little bit. For an intercontested territory, they can only go to, okay, never mind. Okay, so I take that back. So these units, I'm thinking about the political thing of this situation of this myself. So these units, because this is contested, they can't go. They can go to here because this is because I contest this. However, they can't actually go to Crimea, which was my plan, or which I was thinking about. But I just realized I can't do that. So let's see. These 2 units can attack Crimea. However, there's 3 Russian units there. Let's see. These can't. This cavalry can come up, which I was going to, but then that means I have 3. I need 3 hits with 3 dice. It's kind of unlikely that I will get 3 hits with those dice. And these guys, because Volga's contested, can't go to there because I do not have units in Crimea. In that sense, they're contested like over here. They're not contested over here, if that makes any sense. So I got to think about this a little bit. Because definitely was looking forward to taking Crimea, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not unless I get 3 hits and he gets nothing, or only 2 hits. Let me think about this. This is a German machine gun, just to clarify. This actually should be paired. That infantry should be paired with him. Let's see. Let me think about this. Let's see. Well, I'm pulling this out for sure. So 2 infantry, a machine gun, and artillery will go back to Caucasus. And the infantry and artillery in Caucasus will, I guess, stay put then. What do you think about this? So let me take this out because I can't do that, and I'm not attacking this. What I will do, actually, well, let me think about this. The infantry and artillery in Caucasus, they stay there. We have the British coming down here into Persia, finally, posing a threat against me down here on this front. Dang. Let's see. Oh boy. could hurl 2 units at it, or 3 units at it, maybe just see if I get lucky with the territory. I guess I could do that. You know what, I guess I'm gonna do it and see what happens. At the worst case scenario, I whittle it down for Austria-Hungary. So that's what we're gonna do. I am gonna go ahead and do that attack. Maybe I get lucky, but I kinda doubt it. Let's see. Okay, so that'll go there. These guys will come down to here. This cavalry will go up to Caucasus, from northern Anatolia will go up to Caucasus. Actually, no, this cavalry is going to go back to Marmara. And then, let's see, 3 infantry from Marmara will rail to Mesopotamia. And then last infantry from Marmara will rail to Armenia. Let's see, 2 infantry from Syrian Desert will step up to Mesopotamia. 2 artillery from Syrian Desert will step up to Mesopotamia. Yeah, looks like that pretty much. Okay, alrighty, and then this guy, got this here. Think about this. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. So yeah, moving this stuff down here. Trying my luck at over here. If I get it, I get a national objective. Then I get $4 essentially. So that's cool. Anyway, all right. So before we do that one, let's do the one I'm feeling a little more optimistic about. I got 2 infantry and a bombard from a dreadnought attacking 1 British infantry in Cyprus. Okay, here we go. 2 2s and a 4. And I got a hit with 1 of the infantry. The bombard missed, and the other infantry also completely missed. But that is a 1, so I get a hit. And the British fights back with 1 3, and he misses. Okay, so Cyprus is officially Ottoman controlled. The Sultan is very happy. Okay. Okay, which means, where is it? I will get that NO. Okay. Now we got this one up here. I got 2 3s and a 2. Come on, 3 hits. Come on, 3 hits. And I get 2. I almost get 3 hits. But anyway, so making it at least easier for the Austrians to take control of. Okay, so here we go. 3 3s. Oh, thank God. Okay, they all blanked. All right. So the Russians take 2 artillery as a casualty, and those Ottomans stay put in there. All right, cool. The suspense was killer. Okay, so new units, they all go down where they gotta go down. So that's 5 infantry, a fighter, and 2 artillery into Marmara. Okay, let's do that there. Okay, get rid of that. I did not move up on the tracker. I'm at 22 on the tracker. Let's quadruple check that. They start at 19. They have all the original territories, 19, 20, 21, 22. There we go. That's simple, and that's worthless, and that's worthless. So yeah, 21, 22. Just gonna grab lose for ease. Okay, so I got 22. I got my technology token. I have 1 for controlling Cyprus. I have 2 for controlling the Hejaz, Arabia Desert, and Syrian Desert. So that's 3. I get 2 because I'm still at war with the Russian Empire. If there are no Allied sea units in the Black Sea, Sea Zones 33 and 34, while at war with the Russian Empire. So I will lose that national objective once we're at armistice if we agree to it. And then if the Central Powers control Greece, Bulgaria, and Albania, which Austria-Hungary does, so we benefit from that. So that's another 2. And then 2 IPCs per territory if the Ottoman Empire controls Caucasus, which I do. So in national objectives, I know I was counting before, national objectives is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 IPCs from national objectives plus 22, so that's 31 plus a technology token for next turn. Disposition, we have 2 infantry paired with a machine gun and an artillery in Caucasus. We have 1 infantry in Armenia. We have 5 infantry and 5 infantry and 2 artillery in Mesopotamia, in Crimea. Russia just has 1 infantry now, and we have a infantry, artillery, and a cavalry. Cavalry. Okay. And then in Cyprus, we have 2 infantry. Marmar, we have a fighter, a cavalry, 2 artillery, and 5 infantry. I'm going to do that to make it look a little neater, I guess. 5 infantry. In Palestine, we have 5 artillery, 6 infantry. Okay. We have 1 infantry with the Germans in British East Africa. All right. And that does it for the Ottoman Empire round 5. On to the Kingdom of Italy. Anything else I'm missing? Oh yeah, and we have 1 infantry in contested Volga and 1 infantry in contested Tatarstan. There we go. Okay, so that's all she wrote. Sorry for the length, but there you go.